Hello everyone, I am Dr. Radhika Kerkar. I am a psychiatrist, and today I am going to talk about little bit about journalism codes of how to report a suicide. Now this is not really my topic, but then I am going to talk about it from a doctor's point of view, from a psychiatrist's point of view. What triggered this topic is, as we all know, suicide of a well-known celebrity. I will not take his name because enough has been said about him, enough has been covered about him in the media. So, and also I would say that it was not very sensitive the way the media reported about it, and that is what triggered this topic. And I thought of just seeing through the literature that whether such guidelines really exist. So what I found is that WHO guidelines are there. There are many guidelines followed by various countries. They have their own guidelines about how suicides are to be reported in the media. I don't know which exact guidelines does India or the Indian news channels follow, but from the way the thing was covered, I think the channels do not adhere to any guidelines. So I thought of telling you all about what are the WHO guidelines about covering a suicide. Now WHO is a World Health Organization. It deals with, as we know, all problems, all health problems. So mental issues also come up in that, and WHO has given a specific guideline of how a suicide or a suicidal event or incident has to be covered in the media responsibly. We all expect that suicide coverage should be responsibly done, the reporting should be responsible, there should not be sensationalization of the news that is there. Because if it is sensationalized and there are reports, if it is repeatedly covered, the same matter is repeatedly hammered or repeatedly told on the news, it is associated with imitative behavior. So that is not what we want after such an incident. We do not want others to imitate or others to go or move forward towards that path. So I think reporting of such an event should be responsibly done, and there is a lot of responsibility over the media persons to do it properly. So let us talk about the guidelines. Now there are a few points, there are maybe 9 or 10 points. Out of that, the first point is that if at all such an event has happened, the media should take it as an opportunity to educate people about suicide or the causes of suicide, or the preventive methods or the preventive steps that people can take to avoid this in the future. And we should always keep in mind that in case of any suicide, there is never one cause theory or something, one thing happens and then that has led to the suicide. It is never that simple. So media reporters who are reporting the event should avoid giving a single cause theory and avoid simplifying the whole thing, whatever has happened, because there is undoubtedly there are many factors playing in. There are multiple causes which has led the person take that step. So it is never simple, it is very complicated every time. So the news people whoever are reporting such an event, they should avoid simplifying it, they should avoid giving one cause theory, they should avoid speculating about the causes that led to the person taking that step. So that is the first point that WHO says. The second point is that the language that is used, it should avoid sensationalization of that news. The word suicide should be used as minimum as possible. It should be used properly. It should not be unnecessarily used. It should not be used out of context. For example, in a phrase or in any other context, it should not be easily used. That is what we say, because suicide is a very big thing. It is a very traumatic thing for the people who are left behind that person. So this term should not be trivialized. It should not be used very loosely at all in the media. Never it should be used trivially in the media. The third point that WHO says is that the news should not be repeated over and over again during the news period, and if at all it is in the newspapers, it should be placed maybe not on the front page, it should be placed on the third or fourth page, and that too in the bottom of the paper. It should not be as the headline of the paper, it should not be on the front page, it should not be repeated over and over again if it is in the television form. So these are the guidelines that should be followed while reporting a suicide to make it less sensational, to make it very sensitive, and to take care of the family members of the person who has died from suicide. The next point is that explicit description of the method by which the person died should be avoided. It should not be described that how a person exactly did that act. Also, the phrase that a person committed suicide should be avoided because it is not a crime anymore in India also. Dying by suicide is not a crime, so the word committed should not be said. It should be reported as it was a suicide and the person died of suicide. That is the correct way of saying it. The next point is that detailed description of the site or the location where the suicide took place should not be given out. In any case, if it was his house or if it was a bridge or a railway platform or anything, whatever was the case, the explicit description about that location or about the exact place should not be given out. It should be avoided. That information should not be made public so easily. The next point is that the headlines, the wordings of the headlines are very important. The word suicide should not be there in the headlines. I think all these things, whatever I am saying, they are the exact opposite of what happens in our media. Our media people, whatever news I have seen, they have royally ignored all these guidelines and done exactly the opposite. And we are seeing its effects. People are very furious, people are angry over how the things have been reported. It was very insensitive on their part to do this. The next point is that the usage of video footage or the photographs of the person should not be made public, should not be circulated. We saw that in the recent case it was made public. The photos were getting circulated, which was, I found, very insensitive, and this should be avoided. If at all it has to be made public, the permission of the family members is required, which I am sure that no family member would give in any case. So photos and videos should not be made public, should not be shown to the people on news. Next point is that WHO says that special care should be taken when it comes to suicides of celebrities, because they have a bigger impact on people. People have revered them for a long period of time and they have a special place in people's heart, and if such a person faces such a situation in the end, that situation should be handled with utmost care by the media, and special care should be taken during such times. The next point that WHO says that special consideration should be given to relatives of the person who has died of suicide, because they are at highest risk at such times. They are emotionally weak, and utmost consideration should be given to them so that they are not hurt, their sentiments are not hurt. And in the end, WHO says that information about where to seek help from should be provided. If it is a newspaper or if it is an article, information about where help can be provided should be there in the end of the news. So these are some guidelines that WHO says that should be followed, and I think they are very important. In our country, the media has become quite insensitive towards such topics, and they are bothered more about how many people are watching their channels instead of taking care about how they are reporting. So I think media also should take note of their behavior, and things got to change, things must change. I do not know the entire process. I think somebody has filed a legal action against Aaj Tak for their way of reporting. I do not know how exactly to change. I mean, how can we lead to a change that can happen in the media? But if you have any idea, please drop your comments in the inbox, and we can do something about it. And if any of y'all are knowledgeable about how to approach the decision makers, about the policy makers, about this insensitivity and how to sensitize them regarding this topic, kindly drop in your comments in the inbox so that we can do something about it. And lastly, take care, and if anybody watching is requiring any help, you can call us anytime, and you can reach out to mental health professionals. You can reach out to people who are offering telephonic helplines, telephonic help. So do that. Do not take such a step in any circumstance in your life, and stay safe. Thank you.